crazy. Let's start off this video by putting to battle my Z06 Corvette versus my AC Shelby Cobra to see which car has the more aggressive cam, using this glass of water to judge. And I think I'm gonna use this hula girl as well. I would include the fastback in this challenge, but I got a coyote motor in here, and instead of having just one cam, this thing has 4 cams, and even though I have stage 3 cams, it doesn't chop as I would like it to chop, at least in a healthy way. You know, there are the ghost cam and all that stuff, but we're gonna keep the fastback out of this challenge for now, but we'll find another challenge in the near future that we could put the Corvette, the fastback, and the Cobra up to. Now, they both have stage 2 cams, which is perfect, and they're both V8s. The only difference is this is naturally aspirated, and of course the Z06 is not, but that doesn't really matter because we're just gonna be idling. We're not gonna get into boost. So let's start off with the Corvette. We got our glass of water. Let's go ahead and fire it up and put it right on top the supercharger lid. We got this. Let's test her out. This sure does rock the water. Let's try out the hula girl next. Let's see how much she'll dance. It sure did move, but not as much as the water. The Corvette definitely rocked the water. Now it's the AC Shelby Cobra's turn. Oh my God, look at that rock. The water's about to fall off. Check that out. It is rocking it a lot. The water is almost dripping out. Jeez, this thing rocks so hard. It's about to literally fall off right now if I don't catch it. Oh, it's actually staying on, and it dripped water. It dripped water. That's crazy. Wow. The cam on this thing is unreal. Let's go ahead and try the hula girl next. See how much she dances around. And check it out. She's dancing around a lot more than the Corvette, that's for sure. Let's see if I keep her here. Does she shake even more? Yeah, she does. If she actually stays still, the thing actually rocks pretty hard. The AC Cobra is very much the winner in this case here. The cam on this is unreal. Welcome to my channel where I am absolutely obsessed with cam V8 motors. That was a visual comparison of the cam on my AC Cobra compared to the cam on my Z06 Corvette. AC Cobra is absolutely insane, but that does not say that this thing is not badass enough, because we're going to be taking this thing out, we're going to be doing some rips, and we're going to be doing our first ever reactions ever since getting the cam installed and making huge horsepower numbers. So with all that being said and done, let's go ahead and get you a cold start of this thing. Front row seats. I got you guys tickets here. Everybody's going to get front row seats. Let's go ahead and get into this thing, drive it, and get the full throttle rips going. And since I got you guys front row seats here to the cold start, I want to show you guys what we finally have in store, which is going to be the merchandise. These two designs are where it is at. We got the Coyote fastback with the lightning, you guys already know, 1968, and the signature, and then we have this one that I've been rocking as well. Quality is great. It's that faded casual tee. You can literally put this on every single day and be comfortable. I wash this thing so many times and it does not fade. It's a quality shirt. I like the design, and I have all sizes from small all the way up to a couple XL. So thank you guys so much for supporting the build. Now let's start the show with the front row seats on the Corvette. You guys have front row seats to a cold start on my new Cam C7 Z06. I hope you enjoy the growl. We're gonna get some POV driving today. We're gonna take this thing out. You guys are gonna hear the chop, and we're gonna do some full throttle rips. It should be pretty fun. Without further ado, let's get it. finally came true, man. I'm gonna give you guys just a couple of seconds before we even start the video, just to hear a little bit of this shot. We got a lot of stuff to do in today's video, but there's nothing better just to get this promo, so let's go check it out. But man, this thing sounds good. I got the top off just because why not? There's something about these Corvettes that are just so special. They're beautiful, so pretty, man. I love these things so much. Let's just get a little walk around as well. This thing is a Batmobile. I love this build. It's coming along very well. We got a lot more to come too. We'll talk about that a little bit about today, but the exhaust is so loud. I'm gonna have to quiet up a little bit. But now that we have a beautiful intro featuring yours truly, the C7 Z06, let's go ahead and talk about what we're gonna do today. Let's do some full throttle rips and let's have fun with this car. I honestly have no idea what to expect. Well, kinda. I'm gonna definitely spin. I'm not gonna take traction control off. The car is about 150, which is where we want it to be, honestly, because it's not too hot. That's the last thing we want it to be, is hot. But we're just gonna hope for the best. This is gonna be the first ever pulls on the street. We didn't take it on the street last time when we tuned it, so let's see how this thing is going to be. We got a wide open. Yeah, we got some wide open. We're gonna roll into it. Let's see how it goes. Oh my goodness! Woo! She's on ice skates. Did you guys hear that? I know I felt it. I was trying to control this thing to the max. This thing does not know what to do. It's too much power for the traction control, honestly. Oh, that was scary, but it was fun. It's very manageable. You can smell the brakes too. Oh my gosh, this is a fun time. It's saying someone cool too. It was struggling, but it was fun. I'm gonna show you guys the tires really shortly. We're gonna see how this does again. We're gonna do another little pull. We're gonna roll into it, much like we did last time. Oh my goodness! This thing's insane! Oh my goodness, this thing is quick. I can't believe how lightweight this thing is. It's just slicing through the air. It's just slicing through the air, man. It's a lot lighter than with my Mustang. With my Mustang, I just felt there was a lot of drag around it. This thing is paper thin, and traction control is saving my life, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't know if I would have been able to keep up with that with the full system completely off, just because this thing's on ice skates. I'm trying to like control this car as best as I can, but boy, it's tough. It's tough. But we're about 200 degrees. I know the car's already pulling timing just off of 2 pulls, which is not fun. We're gonna talk about some cooling mods very shortly. This thing needs it because the smaller pulley is just taking up so much heat. Lots of heat. And so I'm gonna look into either getting the Magnuson 250 or the just a cooling system like the inner chill or whatnot. Man, this thing is fun, let me tell you. She's just so mean, she's aggressive. I want to show you these tires I'm rocking right now, guys. It's not the best. These are some all-season Toyo tires, I think they are. These things gotta go. I ordered some Continental Extreme Forces all around, as well as I'm still waiting for my 3-piece V-locks to get out of the manufacturing process. It's been a couple months. It should be pretty cool. I'm excited to show you guys. But yeah, dude, these tires are like trying not to die. I love these carbon ceramics. That's the one thing people want me to do, the 15-inch conversion. I don't know if I want to do the 15-inch conversion because these rotors and the brake setup is $20,000, and I love the way this thing handles. I want this to be an all versatile type car. I don't want it to be just a drag car. I want it to still be good around the corner. So I'm keeping these. I'm just going to 18-inch so that we can go have fun, best of both worlds. But man, this thing is fun. So tires is up next. Let me go ahead and pop the hood, let her cool down. Oh, I could feel the heat. As soon as I took up the hood, I felt a big old heat. I need to let this thing cool down, actually. I need to let this thing cool down. I'm gonna try doing one more pull before the sun sets for today. I'm gonna wait tomorrow and do some more pulls. We'll do about like 6 or 7 pulls of these full throttle reactions, and hopefully we can get some good reactions. It's fun, and I'm not gonna lie, I was scared at first. I was nervous. I didn't know what to do because these C7 Corvettes, they lose control very, very easily. A lot of people think that these handle very well, but the rear of the car is just so lightweight, with it not being anything here but the transmission and whatnot. These things are just so lightweight that they just break loose, and that was the one thing I was scared of. But for now, we did pretty good. Plus, the car made close to 800 rear horsepower. I was actually 790 rear horsepower to be exact. Basically 800. We were in 100-degree weather. Now it's like 70 and cool. So I want to say I'm around the 800 foot-pounds of torque and around the 700 rear horsepower, which is it's insane to see this car do. So once when I smashed the throttle, I was just waiting for these tires to give out, which surprisingly it was not that bad. Of course, I had traction control on, so it was probably taking it easy on me. I might take traction control off just to see how it will handle, but this thing was a load of fun. And talking about the cooling mods, this thing is hot. So there is one where you can put the Freon to the supercharger. That's what Alex said. It's like really cold. He said that would be good, but it's like $3,000 and it's a lot. So if I end up going like the porting route and the larger throttle body, I might get the chiller for the supercharger. Or he said that if I just want to go all out, get the Magnuson 2650 because it cools while it's in boost, and that's basically the best supercharger for this motor. So comment down below what you think I should get in the forms of cooling, because this thing only has about 2 to 3 runs before it starts pulling timing and starts getting really hot. So that's going to be on the agenda that we're going to have to do. Tires and wheels is going to be on the agenda of what we're going to do. And then also starting next month, I am going to start the process of finishing up this nitrous system. Again, it's basically just connecting this all the way to the front, and then I'm going to get the throttle body control plate, and then we're going to purge out both fenders and the hood for a quad purge. So that's the plan here for the Z06. Let's go ahead and do one last pull for today. Wait for tomorrow, and I'm going to do some more pulls here with you guys. All right, let's do another pull. They got hoppy. I had to stop. I wanted to go, but I felt the wheel hop. Oh man, this thing just wants to go. Zero traction. No traction at all. I give up. I give up. I need tires. I just don't want to be one of those guys that just lose it. I'm just gonna have to expedite. I'm just gonna have to find some different tire setup, honestly. We're gonna do some more full throttle pulls though. That was fun. It's getting a little bit dark. I'm gonna do some more right now. It is the next day, right before sunset, around the same time. We're gonna go ahead and do some more full throttle pulls. We're gonna do probably about like 3 more. It's been a lot of fun. I also got a little bit of sun today because it's been kind of hot. So, oh, look, there's an ice cream man over there too. Anyways, let's go ahead and do another cold start. I am obsessed with these cold starts. I could do it all the time. And I want you guys to hear the 3 different stages of cams that this do. So you're gonna get the cold start, right? It's gonna rev for about like 1,000. It's gonna sound obnoxious for about 10 seconds or so. Then once when it goes down to about 900 to 800 RPM, you're gonna hear the cam go bop, 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 bop. It sounds like a race car or like a 4-rotor. It's insane. And then once when it gets down to about 600 RPM,
that's when you start to hear the real chop. So I want you guys to just look at that, point it, because it's a pretty cool way of how this cam works throughout the cold start process. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get a cold start on the Vette once more.
Because it sounds like a four rotor, and then around 600 RPM, this is where the normal cam goes about doing. So pretty cool. VTR Stage 2 is pretty badass. Let's go ahead and take her out, do some more full throttle pulls, 60 to 130, and then we'll call it. And I'm also going to tell you how much everything costs in this video as well. Let's do another little pull here. Can you guys see what the car is doing? I'm trying my best just to keep the car from like going crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this one more time. Let's get it. I'm getting a little bit more confidence just doing this over and over again because I can kind of feel like what the car is gonna do. Woo! My heart's pumping. Oh, it smells great. You love that brake dust. One thing I really like about this car is that it maintains the control. The GT500 was a little bit out of control just because it would just knock the socks even off of the drag radials. This traction control system is pretty nice. It lets you actually drive the car, which is great, and I like it. Hopefully with my newer tires that we talked about, we get a better sense of control. But as of now, this thing is pretty badass. All right, let's let the car cool down just for a little bit. Again, 3 pulls is really as much as you're gonna get that 700 rear horsepower. But let's talk about the price, since a lot of you guys are always curious about how much it costs so far. I'm not gonna go down to the exact dollar amount and the exact penny. If you would like me to do that, comment down below and I'll see about making a video on that. I'm just gonna give a ballpark estimate. So I did a lot at once with this, and there's a lot that you have to do at once in order to essentially get this thing how it is. So there were a lot of things for the cam itself though. We're just gonna go ahead and talk about the cam. The cam and all the accessories and the parts that I did, like the push rods, the tuning kit, the cam itself, the valve springs, the rockers, everything in that total was about $3,000, and the install for just labor was about $2,000. So to get the cam with supporting accessories, I did pay around that $5,000 mark. It is pricey, but it is a price to pay to get the chop, and honestly, to me, it's worth it. So I also did end up getting a lot of accessories, like the expansion tank, that was $600. The lid was $800 with custom engraving, and gasket, big gulp, I believe this was $600 as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think closer to $700 is mid, high, including shipping and all that. And then also the fuel system. The fuel system itself, that includes the E85 sensor right here, and then I also did the auxiliary pump, which you need for the upper pulley, and I also did the pulleys as well, and the pulleys were a couple $100 for that, and the pulley was actually installed with the cam.
since you have to take the pulleys off anyways, except for the top one. You have to install that one separately. So in total, including the full cam kit, the fuel system, the cold air intake, it was about $7,000, and then the tune was another $1,000. So about $8,000 I've invested so far into this build, and that's what got me the horsepower and where we're at right now. So in the forms of more power, we're gonna go ahead and just have fun with this. We do need a lot of supporting mods, which we'll be doing next. Cosmetically though, besides the wheels being part of the cosmetic, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. One thing I really want to do is a carbon fiber custom steering wheel, but honestly I think this car looks great. But comment down below, if this was your car, what would you do? They do have some hoods that are pretty aggressive, and also have some window louvers, the rear window louvers. I also have some carbon fiber parts I still have not even installed yet, so that might be on the list here. But I just love the way these C7 Corvettes look. They're beautiful, beautiful cars as is. But I want to know your opinion. What would you do exterior wise and cosmetically, interior or exterior, on this car? But yeah, that is the cost breakdown and the next parts we're going to be doing here for the Z06. Let's get back into it. Let's do a couple pulls before the sun sets, and then we'll call it a day. Let's get one last pull in for the day. This one should be loads of fun. Let's get it. I got the ice skates. You see me move? I don't know if I should stay in it or if I should let go. I'm playing it safe. I'm playing it like a sissy, I know. I just don't want to be that guy that loses control, but I just felt like there was like it wasn't catching traction at all. It's fun though. It's a lot of fun. I wish you guys could experience it as well. We're going fast. We're going extremely fast, and I do not want to lose traction at that speed. We're like hitting 100 so quick. Oh man, good times. Lots of good times in this vet. I want to talk about fuel really fast as well, so let's get to that too. One thing about this car, after the cam, fuel economy is non-existent. If you're thinking about getting a cam, forget about miles per gallon. This, especially on E85, it is draining out really quickly. One thing I absolutely love about this car that I got equipped here, and especially what Alex from New Era helped me do, is we have a flex fuel tune. So I could run 91 and E65, E70, I'm not applying E85 very shortly at the same time. So if I wanted to go on like long trips to Vegas, or just wanted to run 91 for a bit, I could go ahead and do that, get better fuel economy and go long distance and get to gas stations that have 91, because E85 is kind of hard to find. But I can run 91 or E85, both. I just can't run full E85, I need a splash of 91. So usually I just calculate however I want, but 280 compared to 530 as of today, it's a whole lot better, and I'm super happy that I'm tuned on both, because on the Shelby GT500 I could only run E85, which was kind of a bummer because I didn't like getting E85 all the time. I'm going to be doing E65 right now, but in those instances where I need to run 91, I could do it with the Corvette. So we'll be filling her up just a tad bit. I'm gonna head down to San Diego actually, so let's go and fill her up. Also, I love the layout of the engine bay. It feels very flat and I kind of like it. I kind of want to do some engine dress up. Are there any cool engine dress ups that we could do for these C7 vets? Let me know down in the comments, but I don't know what it is. I just like how everything is set up in this engine bay. And I'm still obsessed with this supercharger cover as well. It's so badass. It like pops out. Like, look at it, look what it's doing right now. It's absorbing all the light. It just looks very cool. $20 fill-up, that's what I love to see.